Hey, what's going on? It's the Bearded Realtor back at you again with a new video. Hey, so in today's video, I got Miss Cassandra Ask the Lender series. And today we're going to be talking about this, as I look at my notes, community affordable loan solution. So if you haven't been watching the news and don't know what's going on in the mortgage business, Bank of America came out with a loan solution that's targeting, that's focused on Hispanic and Blacks. So that's what we're going to talk about. I thought it was very important we talk about it today. And so we'll give you the good, bad, and ugly of our opinion of this program, all right? So stay tuned. All right, so let's get back to this video. So Maurice Murphy, Bearded Realtor, Miss Cassandra Dawsonville from Dawsonville Group asked the lender. And as we talked about before, we're going to talk about this community affordable loan solution. Hey, so before we get to that video, make sure you click that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up if you're feeling the content we put on this channel. All right. So let's talk about this program. All right. So I'm going to give you a few facts of what it is. So the community affordable loan solution is a mortgage without a down payment or closing costs. Is targeting towards first-time home buyers. In designated neighborhoods is what I understand it as. In designated neighborhoods, whatever that means. So here are a few things that we should note is only in the cities of Charlotte, Dallas, Detroit, Los Angeles, and Miami as of now. I think they're going to go to a 21 city. Expand out to a 21 city.
It's kind of like their test run with these cities right now.
It's like that beta run. So they're not going to take your credit score into account. They're going to base it off of your rent history, your cell phone payments, insurance, and utility bills, making sure you pay those bills on time. So no closing costs and no down payment.
And no PMI.
And no PMI. So give us your initial thoughts on this program right here.
I mean, on a bigger scope, it's a great idea. I mean, you're giving a lot of people the ability to purchase a house. When a lot of people maybe they qualify credit-wise and income-wise, but they don't have the closing costs and down payment. So on the bigger scheme, it's a great idea. The only thing I don't like is that it's only for certain areas. So like you said, who knows what that means? Like certain areas, is it like the poor communities? Is it, I don't know. I just would wish that, let's say if you have somebody that lives we're in Jacksonville, let's say Moncrief area, right? They live there, they want to get out and maybe go to Southside or St. Augustine. Well, that program, based off of what we just read, doesn't seem like it would actually allow them to purchase in those neighborhoods. So how is, they have home ownership, but if they want to leave that surrounding to have a better atmosphere for their kids, even for themselves, what does that look like, So that's just, on the bigger scheme, it's a great idea. I wish that the government itself can roll out programs that's suitable for all people, not just Black and brown, everybody, and just have something like that to kind of bridge that home ownership gap.
So basically, your thoughts are that this is a great program, but is real sketchy because of the designated areas that you can buy in. And then, they haven't really released a lot of details or content about more qualifications. Because for me, this whole program is similar to the NACA program. The NACA program. I've heard of a NACA program, yes.
And a lot of people that, with me being on the lending side, I've had some people who tried to go through the NACA program, been doing it for 2-3 years, never got anywhere. And it's like, I get them approved, get them done. It's like, well, dag, I didn't realize it was that easy. So although the NACA program, the Bank of America community
affordable loan solutions,
that one, although it's great, but it's like the trouble that people have to go through just to even get to the finish line. It's like, is it even worth it? Like, okay, granted, if you can purchase a home, get funds for help for down payment, maybe now that the market is stabilizing, maybe get the seller to kind of help with closing costs. Maybe explore those options. But that's just my take on it.
So me personally, after reading the article, I thought it was a little bit of redlining.
Yeah.
So if you don't know where redlining is, basically it's where they try to keep Black and brown, us and Hispanics in a certain area of the city. So when I read that article, the designated areas really kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Like, what does that really mean? And who's designated these areas is what I'm really concerned about with this program. Because you'll have, like she mentioned, you'll have buyers that want to get into a better school area, want to get into better neighborhoods. But with this program,
it's like you're keeping them there.
Who knows what that designated area is. So that was my rub with the whole thing. So
now they did also say that they are, I think in a news article 3 days prior, 3 days after they published that announcement, they kind of cleaned it up to say, oh, it's not only for Black and brown, it's open for everybody.
Yes, they did. They did say it's for everybody. They did say it for everybody. But I want to give out some stats here, and I kind of see what they're trying to do. Okay, so in 2020, the home ownership rose to 65%. For Blacks, it's only 43.4%. For Hispanics, 51%. And then for Asians, it was 61%. So, and also in the article, it stated that only 4 in 10 Black people own a property, or 5 in 10 Hispanics own a property. And with white American, it's 7 in 10 that own a property. So they're kind of trying to
bridge that
gap, but
you're not bridging it the right way.
Yes. I mean, I think there needs to be some clarity put out there of what the designated areas are, because, or just say this, just kill the designated areas. Just say, hey, if you can afford to buy this house, we've checked your rental history, as they said, we checked all your bills, you pay your bills on time, and your income affords you to buy that house in a different area, why can't it be open to every location?
And then too, their debt to income ratio requirements. So, and you get that a lot with a lot of, anytime you're getting assistance from a bank, government, they try to limit your debt to income ratio.
Yes.
So like for NACA, I know that they want to keep your DTI between 40 and 43%.
Okay.
For this particular program that Bank of America is doing, it's probably going to be around the same, but that also reduces your buying power too.
Okay.
So whereas with FHA, you can go up to 55%, well, that allows you to qualify for more house.
Okay.
But you know, when you're reduced to 40, 43%, your buying power gets cut down. So that's just another thing. Like, granted, on a big scheme, it's a great idea, but when you're knocking at so many different things, it's like, let me just keep trying to save and, you know, for my down payment and closing costs.
Okay. And then I also remember seeing, I think it was either on the news or somewhere else, it stated that you can't have a certain high, or you can't make so much money, you can't have such a high credit score. So it doesn't apply to everybody, just the ones that really need the help. That's what
the ones basically who can't afford it or can't qualify on a traditional type of financing.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so bottom line, we filling this program, or we not filling this program? What's your take on this thing?
I'm 50-50, you know? I mean, if they kind of make some adjustments, mainly the designated properties, you know, purchasing in designated areas, I think it'd be a great thing. And that way, just giving more people opportunity for home ownership and allowing them to be in a better neighborhood, you know? So that to me is key. Like, if they change that, I'm all for it. Go get them.
I would have to agree with that. I mean, the designated area thing, like I said before, it rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, what does that actually mean? What does that mean to someone who's really trying to buy a house and wants to be in a nice area, neighborhood? So Bank of America, I think you guys got some figuring out to do of what
they got a lot of work to do. I mean, I've even had some customers that work for Bank of America and they refuse to get a loan through Bank of America.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's like they got a lot of changing they got to do. So if your own employees don't want to even take advantage of discounts that they get by getting a mortgage loan, and rather come to like someone like me, it's a lot of work they got to do.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, it's just. I mean, and I get it. I get that they're trying to help, but I think some people of color need to be on this board. They need to be kind of guiding these decisions that they make.
And we don't know if they don't have people of color on the board.
Yes.
Hopefully they do.
Hopefully they do.
But they still need to make some adjustments just to make it fair to everybody.
Yes. I would say just go ahead and scratch that designated area thing.
Yeah, that's the big thing. Scratch
that whole designated area thing. I think that would make the program a lot better,
more attractive. And,
exactly. So, anything else about this program you feeling or not feeling?
I think I said my piece.
Okay. All right. Hey, so I wanted to make this video really quick. Wanted to get our opinions on this new program. I saw it in the news last week. I said, hey, I called her and said, hey, we got to make this video just to put it out to you all about our opinions on the program.
Yeah.
I
just our humble opinion.
Exactly. And I felt it was important for me and her, being Black, to put our opinion out there that's been in the real estate industry to give you all some value information of how this program works. So it's always important to do your research and figure out what it is before you sign that dotted line and try to buy a home with Bank of America. Never knocking Bank of America, but I wanted to address this this topic and have some content. I mean, it's important to be out there. I mean,
got to educate our people.
Absolutely. And I feel it's important for me and her to be in the real estate space, and we can't educate you all on what's going on, and we're not doing that. That's we're doing a disservice to everybody out there.
Absolutely.
So I hope you all saw some value in this video. Also, I would say just do your research, find out what that designated area thing means, if that's a program you're interested in, because I mean, I understand that a lot of people don't have the down payment or the closing costs. So, I mean, you're talking what, 3.5%, 4% of a purchase of a house?
I mean, when you think about the down payment and closing costs altogether, you're probably looking at 6 to 9%.
6 to 9%. So,
I mean, that's pretty steep.
That's pretty steep. On a $200,000 house, that's $12,000.
Yeah.
I'm a low end. And I mean, $200,000 gets you a decent house, but I mean, prices went up so much that I don't know. But that's all we have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments or want to talk about this further, hit us up in the comment section below. What can they reach you at?
You can reach me via text or phone call at 904-903-1183 or my social media page, which is the Dorsonville Group.
All right. Well, you heard it here first. If nobody else is talking about it, we're going to definitely talk about it. Okay?
We got you.
All right. So I'm the Bearded Realtor, and I'll see you in the next video.
Deuces.